President John Tyler's marriage to his second wife, Julia, reads almost like a romantic novel. Julia Gardner was the daughter of a very wealthy and well-connected New York family. Every winter, the Gardners would go to Washington for the social season. While there, Julia would become the darling of D.C., even gaining the nickname Rose of Long Island. Her beauty and elegant charm drew the attention of the city's most powerful men, attracting the courtship of congressmen and even a Supreme Court justice. President John Tyler fell head over heels for Gardner almost immediately after meeting her. It's reported he even pursued her around the living room furniture in an attempt to kiss her. He proposed to Julia for the first time at the White House Masquerade Ball in 1843, only 5 months after his former wife's death. Julia was flattered by the attention of the president, but felt he was too old for her, being 30 years her senior, and she declined. One fateful night, Gardner and her family were among those aboard the christening of the USS Princeton, along with the president and other prominent Washington leaders. The ship at the time had the biggest cannons ever built on a boat, and the guns were ceremoniously discharged during the voyage. One of these cannons went off mistakenly, detonating on the ship, killing 6 people, including Julia's father, David Gardner. Horrified by her father's death, Julia sought comfort and kindness in John Tyler and eventually fell in love with him. The two married secretly in New York with only 12 guests in attendance. The news was later broke to the American public, who reacted with enthusiasm and some controversy regarding the couple's 30-year age gap. Yeah, even back then, 30 years was a bit much. As the young Mrs. Tyler put it herself, she reigned as First Lady for the last 8 months of her husband's presidency. She oversaw a variety of events with enthusiasm and excitement. She even reinstated the formality of the Van Buren administration at parties, welcoming visitors with feathers in her hair, attended by maids of honor dressed in white. Julia gave birth to 7 children after Tyler left office and became the mistress of his plantation in Virginia. They would live there until the Civil War. Tyler would support the secession of the Confederate States, and despite her New York roots, Julia became one of the Confederacy's most ardent supporters. John Tyler died in 1862, leaving Julia heartbroken. When the South lost, it also left her broke. After the assassinations of both President Lincoln and President Garfield, Congress passed a bill to grant uniform amounts of $5,000 annually to Mrs. Garfield, Mrs. Lincoln, Mrs. Polk, and Mrs. Tyler. Julia spent her final years in Richmond, Virginia, where she died in 1889 and was buried next to her husband.